Hey everyone, did you know that over 60% of people who buy a new TV end up regretting their choice within the first year? That's according to a recent consumer survey, and it's usually because they didn't think about how the screen would actually look in their living room. If you're in the market for a new TV right now, stick around because I'm going to walk you through the LG 43-inch 4K TV that might just be the perfect fit for your space. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the size. A 43-inch screen is one of those sweet spots where it's big enough to feel immersive but not so large that it overpowers a smaller room. Whether you're mounting it above a fireplace, placing it on a media console, or even using it as a second TV in a bedroom or kitchen, this size gives you that cinematic feel without taking over the whole space. I've had a few people tell me they were worried a 43-inch screen would feel too small in a living room, but once they actually saw it in person, they realized it's the ideal balance between detail and comfort. Now, let's get into the picture quality. This TV uses LG's UHD display technology, which means you're getting a true 4K resolution at 3840 by 2160 pixels. That's 4 times the detail of a standard HD TV, so everything from movies to video games looks sharp and vibrant. One thing I really appreciate about this model is the haze surface treatment. It's designed to reduce glare, which is a huge deal if you have windows nearby or bright overhead lights. I tested it during the day with sunlight streaming in, and even at full brightness, the reflections were minimal. That's not something you always get with budget-friendly 4K TVs, so it's a nice touch for everyday viewing. Brightness is another area where this TV shines. The typical brightness is rated at 250 nits, which might not sound like a lot compared to some high-end models, but in real-world use, it's more than enough for most living rooms. I've used it in dim lighting and bright conditions, and it never felt washed out or too dim. It's bright enough to see details in dark scenes without being so intense that it causes eye strain. Plus, the color accuracy is solid out of the box, so you don't have to mess with a bunch of settings just to get natural-looking colors. The build quality is straightforward but reliable. The bezel is super thin, which makes the screen feel more modern and less cluttered. It's not a full-frame design, but it's close enough that it doesn't distract from the picture. The depth is also pretty slim, so it's easy to mount on a wall or fit into a TV stand without taking up too much space. I've seen some TVs where the back sticks out so far that it blocks access to wall outlets or cables, but this one stays nice and compact. Interface-wise, this TV runs on LG's WebOS platform, which is one of the smoother and more intuitive smart TV systems out there. It's got all the usual apps like Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube, plus it supports AirPlay 2 and Google Cast, so you can easily stream from your phone or tablet. The remote is simple and responsive, with a built-in microphone for voice control if you're into that. I've used a few different smart TVs over the years, and this one feels the most polished without being overly complicated. Let's talk about sound for a second. I know a lot of people just assume the built-in speakers on a TV this size will be weak, and honestly, they're not wrong. The audio on this LG is decent for casual watching, but if you're used to a full home theater setup, you'll probably want to pair it with a soundbar or a small speaker system. It's not a deal-breaker by any means, but it's worth keeping in mind if you're someone who cares about audio quality. One thing I really like about this TV is how easy it is to set up. You don't need to be a tech expert to get it up and running. Just plug it in, connect your HDMI cables, and you're good to go. The included stand is sturdy, and the Visa mount is standard, so if you want to wall mount it later, you won't need any special hardware. It's the kind of TV that just works without a lot of fuss. So, should you buy the LG 43-inch 4K TV? If you're looking for a TV that's the right size for a bedroom, kitchen, or smaller living room, delivers solid picture quality without breaking the bank, and has a smart system that actually makes sense, this could be the one for you. If you're still on the fence, check out the link below to see the latest price and any current deals. It's a solid TV that's earned its spot in my rotation, and I think it could do the same for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.